Alright, guys, let's review The Way Back, which is Gavin O'Connor's newest movie. And Gavin O'Connor, I have not seen all of his movies. I've only seen like two. I've seen The Accountant and Jane Got a Gun. And I liked both alright. But this one is definitely the one I like the most out of all his films so far I've seen. I haven't seen like the big ones like Glory or Warrior, and I know people say those are great. I haven't seen those. Might have a chance to do it sometime. I'll maybe see them eventually. But as of now, out of the three Gavin O'Connor movies, this is my favorite one out of all of them. And this story is about Ben Affleck, who uses a lot of stuff from real life. This character, Jack, is a heavy drinker. He has been divorced. He has had a lot of tragedies in his life, and he drinks to avoid that. And it's one of those movies that, like, they do a good job of building up this character because of Ben Affleck's performance, but also the fact that this character just drinks and drinks and drinks to the point where he's going to drink himself to death, and like he does it enough to where he can competently do things even though he's fully drunk. Like I really think that it works because you really do, as the movie goes along, you really do get a good idea of what this character has gone through, and it really works very, very well. I really was surprised at how they wrote this character. I really liked how they portrayed him because he really did a good job. They did a good job with the writing, and Ben Affleck in this movie, I'm going to say it right here, is my favorite part of this movie. He really sells this because this role, he uses stuff from his real life. He has said this in interviews for this movie that since he has had a divorce with Jennifer Gardner, and he's had problems with alcohol, he has used that to his advantage in this movie. And of course, there's things in this movie that are not related to his real life. Whenever you watch the movie, you'll be like, that's not something that happened in his life, but it's a fictionalized version of some events that he has gone through, like with alcohol and with divorce. And I really liked that made him like really sell this role because Ben Affleck is great in this movie. Out of the Ben Affleck movies I've seen, I haven't seen them all, but out of the Ben Affleck movies I have watched, this might be his best role. Like he really gives this 100% like performance where you really do feel for the guy. You really do understand everything that he's going through, why he's doing these bad things, and it's not like he's a screw up and you feel bad for him, or he's not a screw up and you don't care for him. You do because he's a screw up and he's doing the wrong thing, but you can see why. And I really like the way that they wrote his character. I think that's really well done. And the movie is marketed as a feel-good sports movie, like The Mighty Ducks or something, where like guy down on his luck goes and coaches a team, and it's got a lot of aspects of it that are similar to that, but the movie does not focus fully just on that. This is not just a sports movie, and I like that because there are so many of these sports movies that do that, where it's like guy down on his luck goes and trains a team, and by the end of the movie they go to the big game. And this movie does have aspects of that, but it doesn't fully show that that's what the movie's about. It's more about this character and what he's going through. And I appreciated that being more than just a regular sports movie. It looks like by the trailer it's just a typical like sports movie, and there are moments where it is, but it is smarter enough to where it kind of goes away from that aspect, and I really appreciated that, and I liked it for that reason alone too. So this one I think is a really solid movie. I thought it was really well done, and I thought that Ben Affleck was really fantastic. I like the difference in being a sports movie but not fully a sports movie. Like, and you'll understand whenever you see it, but it was marketed more as just a plain old sports movie. But I really did enjoy this one. This one was a really pretty enjoyable time. Hey guys, if you like this video, consider checking out my other content. I review a majority of films that are pretty recent and also older films and mostly horror as well. Horror is my favorite genre, so I expect a lot of horror. And check out all my links down below. I have a link to Patreon. I have a link to Instagram, link to Twitter, link to my Facebook group, Horror Enthusiast 101, and to my own personal Facebook page, CDR Movie Reviews. And thank you for anybody who watched this video. Thanks for watching.